Happy Monday. We did a book talk last week, and so I have a larger stack to show you this week than I might normally have. And actually, the last thing I read, I actually just finished it yesterday, was Debbie Macomber's Dashing Through the Snow. You know, Hallmark movies at Christmas and how they're so predictable, and you think things are going to happen, and then they do, and then that's what it was. It was cute. It was a cute, simple little read. I enjoyed it because, you know, it's like a Hallmark movie that I didn't have to sit still for. That was great. I read this 2 weeks ago. After the Game, Abby Glines. It's book number 3 in a really good series. It's called the Field Party series. And if you like books, I mean, obviously about field parties, but also about football players, the books are told in both the male and the female perspective, which I enjoy. You get to sort of see an inside glimpse to the working mind of a teenage boy. I don't know how accurate it is, having never been a teenage boy myself, but I do enjoy the flip side. It is enjoyable to not just have the girls and be, oh, does he like me? Does he not like? Although, to be quite honest, Abby Glines doesn't write girls like that. So there is none of that, does he like me, does he not like me? They're all like, huh, well, I mean, you can like me if you want kind of thing. So I love her and her characters. Another author I really enjoy, Allie Carter. This is actually a preview copy that I got at Y'all Fest last week. It won't be on the shelves until like March. And it's an adventure book about a girl whose dad used to be Secret Service and a boy whose dad is the president. And it all takes place in the Alaskan wilderness. So good. It's so good. It's not on the shelves. It might be eventually, but it is not yet. There is, one of my friends wants to borrow it, and so it's going to be a moment. But we have other Allie Carter stuff, and we have other adventure stuff. So if Alaskan wilderness or female characters who literally kick butt appeal to you, come talk to us, because we have stuff, other stuff by her and other stuff set in the Alaskan wilderness that you might like. Colleen Hoover. Oh, this one was rough. So I love Colleen Hoover. We have some stuff from her. We just got in on a recent order. She writes romance, and it's new adult romance, so the kids are usually out of high school. These are actually even out of college. And it's about a girl who falls in love twice. So we hear about her when she's in high school through letters that she wrote, and then we have her sort of current time and the person she's in love with right now. And It Ends With Us is so powerful. It's such a strong story about knowing how much you can love someone, but what your limits need to look like. Because sometimes you can forgive too much. It's really, really good. It will be back on the shelf as soon as I turn it in. Erin Watt, we have some other great stuff from her too. We just added the Paper Princess series from her. She writes pretty straightforward romance. This one is about, you know, that guy who's a jerk, who's famous. You're like, oh, but then he's a real person because famous people are real people. And a girl that he actually contracts to be his girlfriend because he needs to buff his image up. You know how that story ends. There's no surprises. It's just really well written, and it's funny, and it's cute, and it's very enjoyable. Whew, this last one. Okay, it's actually the first one because it took me forever to read, and I actually read one of those books in between this book because even though it says historical fiction, I really feel pretty strongly that this is a nonfiction book in disguise. Okay, and the only reason it's not nonfiction is because some of the conversations were invented, but all of the events that happen in this book are real. So it's about when Edison and Westinghouse are trying to race to electrify the nation. And Edison has a patent on the light bulb, and Westinghouse has made a better light bulb and is trying to sell it. Edison sees him 312 times, so he has to run all over the place fighting for his right to make this light bulb. And at the same time, they're trying to create types of ways to electrify the light bulb. And so Edison is working on direct current, and Westinghouse is working on alternating current because he has Nikola Tesla on his side. Like, it's a really good book if you're interested in electricity or early power or how Edison or Tesla or Westinghouse worked. J.P. Morgan, the Vanderbilts, the Astors, they all take place in this book because it happens in New York during that time period, and they're the ones with the money, so they're the ones you talk to when you need to get something done. I'm so glad I stuck it out. I thought about quitting more than once, but it was so good. It was just, you know, if you like nonfiction, you might like this one kind of book. So we have a lot of other new stuff, as you saw in our Thursday Tip Talk, so come in and check something out for the Thanksgiving holidays.